Okay, first one say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Dash, and the double on to elders, apostles, teachers, great men, some of my the truth, and say Shalom to the whole collective Israel. And I'm going to center this on this whole GMS Somalia thing. You know, apparently it's some asshole that is promoting terrorism in the name of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, which is complete bullshit. You know, and obviously you had a ton of brothers, you know, going in the videos how we're not affiliated with that. Which, when you actually listen to us, we don't promote any type of violence. You know, we don't promote us, you know, carrying out any type of violence in any shape or form or any manner. You know, we say the exact opposite. You know, the scriptures go into how be subject. How does the scripture go? It's not servants be subject to your masters. It's like you had to do something, but yeah, you know, we promote the exact opposite of you know, paying your taxes, being an American citizen, you know, being a law-abiding citizen. And, you know, if you have a brain, obviously, you know, you're going to have people that's going to try to use that shit. But if you have a brain and you actually listen, it makes absolute. And once again, we don't preach any of that type of retarded ass shit. And it's literally against the Bible. You know, when you go into how we were in captivity, you know, with Yahweh Shai, you had Peter. Let me see here. I'm going to read this first. That actually tried to, what was it? What was the guy's name? I think it was Malchus. They tried to, you know, they cut off a piece of Malchus' ear when they tried to take Yahweh Shai. But what did Yahweh Shai say? And I'm going to go to that. So once again, we're not affiliated with any type of retarded ass niggas that are saying stupid shit like that. You know, like a terror, like, and that's a blatant fucking agent. You know, I think it's other than not Zugba mentioned how, you know, maybe AI. But I do remember a few years ago some like something similar being said about GMS Somalia. Like I vaguely remember saying a couple years ago, brother talked about how he's not affiliated with the GMS. He said some bullshit then. Well, could be wrong about that, but I vaguely remember some shit about that. But it's Matthew 10:16. Because what the Lord is the one who's always gotten us out of our captivities. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. And even Yahweh Shai, you know, when he was delivered, he had the power to crush the Roman Empire all on his own. He literally had the power to do that, but he didn't. Now, obviously, you know, because, you know, things had to be carried out. But he didn't promote, you know, rebelling then. And it's the same thing now. You know, because, like, the scriptures talk about how, what the Lord is going to be the one to fight for us. We don't have to do anything. The Bible tells us to, you know, to preach the word. That's it. You know, like, what? You had this type of thing with, what's that nigga? The no fucking around crew. You know, then the head of, not only did one of them niggas shoot their friend, their fellow compatriot, what's that? Their comrade in the fucking foot. Those niggas were a bunch of fucking clowns. But the guy was an agent. You know, the guy was actually I forgot who he was shaking hands with. Was it Trump? There was somebody in a high position in government that the guy that what's that nigga? I forgot that nigga's name. They was shaking hands with. You know, you had the Black Panthers, if I'm not mistaken, were funded by Edomites too. You know, all of these radical random niggas, they promoted you know, type of terrorist activities. They were either funded by Edomites or they had an agent plant leading them. And the scriptures tell us not to do any of this type of shit. What? To wait on the Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. We don't promote any of that type of retarded bullshit. And then we're going to go down to Matthew 10:22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. And what this is going into the persecution of the prophets. But when they persecute you in this city, flee into another, for verily I say unto you, you shall not have gone overseas as till the Son of Man come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. They have called the master of the house Beelzebub. How much more shall they call them of this household? Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. Let's see here if I'm going to jump down. So I just wanted to get the point of how, even, when, where is it? Did I go to it? Verse 17. But beware of men, for they shall deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, which, happened to the prophets. Yeah. I was about to say the ancient prophets, old prophets, but, the prophets in the scriptures, and the same thing is going to happen again. But, especially when you go into, our captivity under the Roman Empire, all the prophets were murdered, except for John Revelator. But all the prophets were murdered, and they didn't promote terrorism or no shit like that. And, some of them were warriors. Peter, he was a warrior. When you go into how he cut that guy's ear, I think he cut the tip of the guy's ear off. He didn't get I don't think he got the whole thing. But like when you go into like you can't you can't just slash straight downward next to somebody, to get their ear. There had to be a curve in his swing to do that. He was ready to go. And let me see. I'm gonna read this first. I'm gonna go to that because I might forget it. And and once again, there's what good would any of that do? That shit will be, what good would invoking terrorism do in taking those type of actions? That shit will get smashed in an instant. There's no point in doing that. And that's how the fucker's an agent. And to put it out on, that's beyond stupid. The NFAC thing, man, them niggas were radical, but from what I remember, they it took a little bit of digging to find out that nigga was a plant. Whoever this nigga is, he just put this. That's how you know the nigga's a fucking agent, or he's just an asshole, because he just put this shit out there, knowing that those are triggerable buzzwords that will be picked up to try to besmirch and slander the name of GMS. Whether it was an Edomite that did AI or whether it was a nigga, that shit, it's blatant that's straight bullshit. That's John 18:36. Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then my servants fight. Thou shalt not be delivered to the Jews, but now is my kingdom not from hence. And even back, he told Peter to put up his sword. Why? Because this was not the time for it. The Lord, when you go into prophecies, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, the God is going to come back and smash America. We're not going to do shit. We're going to sit back, learn, prophesy, and watch. That's what we're commanded to do, to be watchmen. Name me anywhere in the scriptures where we're commanded to commit those type of retarded fucking acts. This is going to be it. The scriptures say, "What the Lord shall fight for you, you shall hold your peace." We know we're going about our daily lives, working, paying taxes, giving niggas handshakes. We're not doing any of that shit. You know, like what? Once again, we promote, to not be all out here in these streets. To take care of your business and then go home. That's what we promote. And once again, you watch the videos, you hear what the brothers are saying. That's what's being said. Not nobody. And you want to know what's funny? This is the only nigga, or like, as far as I'm aware, like, I'm sure you have like little weirdo niggas on the side that's doing a little shit. But as far as shit being put out, you mean to tell me that this is the only guy who calls himself GMS, which once again, we're not affiliated with that piece of shit, who was openly, blatantly promoting bullshit like that, terrorism. Nobody else in GMS is saying that, yet this one guy is saying it. There's something wrong there. There's something wrong if everybody else in GMS is saying, hey, we're not violent, we're not a violent group. We're literally just preaching the Bible. That's it. We're not beating anybody's ass. We're not murdering people. We literally go out and preach the Bible, get food, and then go the fuck home. That's it. That's literally it. We're not fucking marching. We're not, we're not marching down the fucking street. I'd imagine that will be a little bit more radical than going out, putting on garments and preaching. But no, we're not violent in any form or fashion. We're not out here getting into fights with other camps. IUIC, ISUBK. We're not marching down the street. We preach and then we go the fuck home. That's literally what we do. Yet here it is, this one nigga is spouting off blatant, not even trying to, that's another thing. The fucker isn't trying to hide it. He's not trying to, use Morse code to try to deceive people. He's not doing any of that shit. Once again, something should tell you there's something wrong there. He's, to put it out just blatant in the open, things that would get you put on a fucking list. This one guy who calls, like, once, hey, I don't know how many different ways I can say it, but this is gonna be at Matthew 16, 10-16. And once again, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. A sheep is not a violent creature. It's docile and it's actually vulnerable, harmless. It can't even defend itself. Be therefore wise as serpents, harmless as doves. It says harmless. Not out being militant, not parading, not getting into fights with other fucking camps. Harmless as doves. Two very docile creatures, sheep and doves. But I don't know how many other times I can say it. But once again, like all the brothers are saying, like, we're not affiliated with that GMS Somalia, fucking asshole, putting out blatant shit that would get you put on a fucking list, which is what agent and slander, and that's very clear to see, very clear. But hope is that finds all praises, glory, and knowledge. How about Shema Shah, about Shem God, Dash, the one others, positive teach, great mission from when true shall want to hope like Israel, instruction, battle on great America.